Welcome in, everyone. It's lovely to see you guys here. Winterberry Traveler Side Plague Doctor, some much contestant of Boulder Parchment Shears before I got here. Thank you for 5 months, Plague. It's been lovely having you. And the Bitty board. You are now the leader of the Bits board for the week. Congratulations. Thank you so much. But welcome in, you guys. We are back. If screen capture would play nice, we are back. Oop, this one. I know what to do. I'm a streamer. Here we are with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, because we're gonna try this again. It is time to start our new life, now knowing more things. So let us start once again. Oh goodness. Wake up again indeed. The first time this was weird. Now we understand. Hey, just as a warning, for those of you who didn't catch run number 1, this game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players, which is why my stream is an 18+ stream. Please be adults here. There is content warnings. They include many terrible, awful, horrible things, the least of which is a lot of death. Let's try to have less death in our life this time, yeah? Plague, do not spend all your monies on me. Your subscription and your bits are lovely, but no monies. I'm a little Winterfairy. It's hard for me to say who I want to romance this time because I think romancing Cal would be fantastic. I also think that romancing Nem would be really, really great because we basically ignored her. Tammy will be hopefully on our list this time. We might want the sweet shy girl who's scared of everything. I don't know. It's hard. And then of course there's Rex, everybody's favorite. However, we wake up to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke and fire. Lots of fire. This is a bad situation. Oh no. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out. But you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Nem or Dis, or obviously Rex, all of Plague Doctor's faves. Hey, Nem! Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet and then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend! Wait, your friend? Wait, you can't remember her name. She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. Well, I'm gonna try what's going on because I haven't done this. Like, the twice that we've been in this particular instance, I have not asked. You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes through a lungful of choking smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Well, yep, that's about right. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Oh, hello, puppy. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of a dog? Like from Earth? Oh, that's not a dog. The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. Oopsie poopsie, we seem to have died. I think we should start off friends with Dis. He's really hard to befriend, so getting it in early sounds smart. Also, setting off to be Dis's friend can have some very fun endings. Hello. Well, with that death in mind, we were born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the end of the Sol system. Our solar system. Because our star is named Sol. Aw, sweet. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet of Vertumna 4 in the hope that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They name you Silencia, Solana, Solane, or something else. Well, Plague, that is a good question. What should we name ourselves this time, chat? I ran the show last time, so I was Mayrin, but maybe this time we don't do Mayrin. Maybe this time we do somebody else. Welcome in, Raptor. Different spellings of Mayrin every run. I mean, we could do that. Ah, here's a good question. Do we want to be a boy or a girl? Or a they, them? We can absolutely be a little gender fluid if we wanted to. Nova's a good name, means new. My fave flower is lilac. I'm a lilac girl. I have never once actually owned a lilac in my life, but I love the scent of them. They're the most amazing flower in the world. Man, Twitch hates me. Got 30-second pre-roll into a minute and a half ads with no stop in between. Oh, I'm sorry, Raptor. Nyx? You want me to be a very powerful goddess? What? I mean, I do love her. Nyx is the perfect they, them. I mean, you're not wrong, Winterfairy. You're not wrong. Aw. You guys are so sweet. Welcome back from the ads, Raptor. I appreciate you being here. Alright, so I have Nova and Nyx in the chat. Apparently we're going with N names today. Well, we're definitely going with something else. What is my name? Okay. Yay, welcome in, Raptor Squeak. Happy to have you here, man. Sorry about the ads, but, you know, I got to make a living. Not that I am yet, but we're trying. Let's see here. This is true, your daughter is named Lilith. Your daughter is named Lilith. The mother of monsters. I do like Nyx. She's a pretty cool Greek goddess. Not my favorite, obviously, but pretty cool. Yeah, you ended up getting the, like, you just jumped in pre-roll on top of, like, the ad run. But I only do the ad run, like, once an hour, so I try to be very kind to you guys. Believe you me, it can get worse. I don't know anyone who streams that way, but it can get worse. I can't be bothered to be that greedy. I just can't. Nova's a good name for me for other reasons. Plague, you are, you know, an accidental genius there. Yeah, you can do like 3 minutes every 20, and that is the max amount of ads you can have in a stream. It's redonkulous. I never set it to that. You guys get like a minute and a half every hour, so that's as mean as I get to you guys. Exactly, Trav. That is the reason why I don't do it. It was on a popular streamer that I unfollowed so fast. Well, you see, Raptor, they're popular because people subscribe or Twitch turbo them. That is why they have so many followers. It's literally anyone trying to join them, you know, but without spending the coin to avoid the ads. That is the problem. No worries, Plague. We're gonna go a little they them this time because it's a good compromise. I think I'm gonna go with Rin. It's my Anything that's not a girl name. It's just Rin. Oh, plague. You're adorable. Too late. All right, Rin is a they them. Solidly in the middle. Rin is gonna go more boyish though. We're gonna lean into the boy. Because I am a tomboy in real life. And honestly, the boobs just get in the way. But we're gonna go like very middle of the road they them. Like gender fluid they them. Like all pronouns apply they them. That's how we're gonna run this. I like it. Ooh, I can customize my pronouns. Ooh. Okay, cool, cool. Any. All. Let's actually... I'm an any all now. Themself is fine and they is fine. Kid. Little. I actually like that one. One is fine. Body is fine. Parent is fine. Teen is fine. Person is perfect. Runner. Partner. How about sibling? Or nibbling. I like nibbling better. Nibbling. Yes, it does. It does. It's gonna be a little weird. Because we're any all. We're any all. So it's gonna get a little weird, and I'm gonna have to do some verbal replacements. It's gonna make the text look weird, and I'm down. It's gonna be fun. Nibbling, human, adult, person. That's fine. Kid. See, here's the problem with dude, dudette, and bud. Dude technically is not gender in my lexicon. I call everyone dude. I'm a dude, she's a dude, he's a dude, we're all dudes, because dude is not gender to me, but like dude is equivalent to man, and man is not gender generally speaking either. So I feel like Bud is a good replacement because they're trying to be very like hypersensitive to this stuff, but at the same time, it's like dude is not like dudette happened just because the girls felt left out, not because it was genderized. So they just wanted to make it more girly to set off all of the, dudes who were being an asshole with the word dude. Like that's all that dudette came from. It's not really a genderized word. Yeah, exactly. We're all dudes. Things are dude, ideas are dude, all is dude. Dude. Trav gets it. And he's not even from the US. So I'm actually gonna change this to dude because dude is dude. All the things dude. And some of you know the all that reference that I made. Dude is love, dude is life. Dude is in all things. Look, man, also the dude loves all. Like if you don't know that reference, I don't know what to tell you. Child is fine. Captain. Miss or Mr. Captain? Interesting. They didn't go, well, I can't think, they didn't go mix, I guess it is. This is not, I'm gonna do this. Mix. Again, dude. Not buddy, not bud, dude. Just dude. Parent, babysitter. That's fine. There really isn't a good, like, gender-neutral aunt-uncle word in English. In English. Other, your mileage may vary by language, but in English, there's not really a good one. You should replace all of them with dude. No, that sounds like a blend. Uncle? Ankle? Nah. I am referred to solely as dude. Well, look up the dude. You will understand that he's pretty cool. No, I guess babysitter's fine. Soldier. I don't like this. Sibling. We're going with sibling. For this one, we're going with sibling. The other one is nibbling. It's fine. Cowpoke is fine. Then they have sibling. Friendo is fine. I'm pretty sure I'm changing how somebody like the whole niblet, like partner and captain and all of that. I think it's people's nicknames for us that I'm changing. So, that's all fine. Friendo is fine. Gorgeous, love it. Forebearer. How about parent? Parent. I mean, forebearer sounds kind of cool, but like at the same time, it's just a weird connotation with modern language. Just weird. Spawn point. Yeah, that's funny. Lover, I'm down for. Partner, also good. Nice looking, pretty, and handsome. No. Fantastic. We're going with fantastic. That's a better word. You're not just nice looking, you're fantastic looking. You look fantastic today. It's a much better word. Hey, good looking, what's cooking? I feel like cutie works in place of nice looking. I call all my friends cuties. Cutie is also a good word, but I just like the word fantastic. One person, that's fine. Disappear, disappears, disappears. Yeah, lover is fine. Use these buttons to replace the entries below or customize them individually. Autofill with they singular or they plural. And knees. Alls. Kid is fine. They'll is fine. Somebody once told me. I'm gonna stick with someone, but yeah, I mean, you have to bring it up. Okay, the other connotation is young lady or young man. No. Young person. Thank you. I am a young person. They tap, they pat, they hit. Body spray. Perfume or cologne. I mean, that is pretty genderized. Body spray. That's fine. Parent, other, mother, father. That's fine. Kiddo. No. It's not kiddo. It's young person. It's just gonna sound overly formal, but like kiddo is way less than that. Yeah. Let's see. Child is fine. Theys. That's fine. Woman, man, fully fledged adult. How about just person? Don't have to make it complicated. Youngin, youngling, also elder. Youngin. Okay, 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 okay. Instead of kiddo, you want youngin? I can do that. Okay. Let's see here. Rex's special friend. That one I'll keep, just because it's funny. Um, um, that one I'm keeping. That one's hilarious. I love it. Our very good friend. Instead of auntie or uncle, Rex's special friend is amazing. We may never find that line, but we know it exists now and it's perfect. See, they did use mix here. The fuck? They use siblings here. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep our very good friend. This makes contextual sense in my own life, so. Lovers, that's fine. They just stop and stare. Okay, all of this is fine. All right. We have customized. We are now any all. All right, that is happy. I didn't forget nibblings, but there's only one person who's going to use nibblings instead of siblings because that's their particular word. It's just, I didn't change all of them to nibblings. It's fine. Because as I said, I'm pretty sure it's like to specific characters saying those things. That's why there are so many entries of the same thing, is that you can customize what different particular characters call you or refer to you as, which is kind of cool. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. And then we use the sliders. We can choose pronouns and late teen appearance. These can be changed at any time. Hey. And then our art updates as soon as we, like, yes. How cool. Your earliest memories are of your fourth birthday. There's a big cake with a neat hollow effect that looks like fire, but when you reach out to touch it, all you get is a handful of icing. Yummy. Your favorite present is your mom's gardening trowel, an animal book from your dad, a doll from Antecedent, Captain Eudicott's old hat, learning tablet from Professor Hal, or a sports ball from Security Chief Rhett. What do we want? Are we going to go social? Are we going to go physical this time? We're not going to go mental. I believe the learning tablet was our first last time. What are we going for? Can't wait to find exactly which one is Rex's one and make him call me beloved. I actually think it's somebody else's line referring to Rex. Plague. So I'm not entirely sure who says it, but do we want to go animals? Because we kind of went animals last time and it wasn't, this birthday isn't one that you had last time around. I am well aware, Trav, this is the first time that we get to have a favorite present in the beginning of the game, because this is New Game Plus, essentially. Or, you know, round 2, Electric Boogaloo. So do we want to go for a bump in biology, which is mental, animals is physical, and also flushes. Persuasion is social. Empathy is social. We did grab empathy early last time, but didn't really do anything with it till late game. So this could change that. Learning tablet is reasoning, which is mental, and sports ball is toughness, which is social. Or I'm sorry, physical, not toughness being social. No, it's physical. So we've got basically 2 from each category to play with. Oh, I know that one is referring to Rex. I'm saying I'm gonna find out which one is Rex's one. Oh, gotcha. Good luck with that, Plague Doctor, man. It may take you a few starts. Trav wants me to go Animal Book, which is physical stats. It might be worth deciding on a rough plan now. Any particular long-term goal? This is the part where I have to decide whether I'm chasing physical stats first or social stats first, because we did the big brain already. We've been the big brain already. And we maxed out all of our mental stats, and that was fun and fine. But like, are we going social or are we going physical this time? Are we gonna be a talkie, they them any all, or are we gonna be a rough and tumble any all? Like, what are we doing? The animal book is just plus animal, which would be really, really nice, and also plus flush, which you really use a lot. I do have a preference for flushes because I just enjoy them. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it reminds me of blushing, and I like blushing. I think you go perception bravery first. Is that because of Dis's stats? Maybe. I was actually thinking that for many reasons, Plague. Perception because it helps us see all the things, and then bravery because you need to have the bravery stat to be able to act during glow month. And so that's kind of a priority. Expeditions are perception, then bravery, then animals, which is also true. So if we have the bump to animals right off the bat, that would be helpful, and we might be able to have conversations with Dad a lot earlier. So actually the animals book from my dad is probably the way to go, because we do want to try and save Dad. Okay, animals it is. Yes. The best part is the chapter about the dinosaurs. Heck yeah, dinosaurs. Who's your favorite dinosaur, you guys? Mine. Jeez. I think mine are one of the little guys that run in packs whose names I can never pronounce. They're like little lizards. They're so cute, but they're basically the mice of dinosaurs, and I love them. They jump and skitter around, and they're just the best. Could be an outside girly. I know you're they them this through, but I just refer to all No. Plague Doctor, I am an any all. I am an any all. I will. You can call me girly. You can call Rin girly all you want, because girly, boy, dude, he, they, she, her, them, him, they, whatever. They'll answer to hey you as well. So yes, the little guys, they're fun. Don't mess with them though, because they will basically swarm you. There's the Zerg rush of dinosaurs, and I don't even play Warhammer. Or is that space? I don't remember. I'm getting my references crossed. It's fine. My brain is scrambled. I drank the coffee too fast. It hasn't kicked in. Earth had lots of animals, but there are none aboard the stratospheric. Dad says Vertumna might have animals, but we won't know till we get closer. You follow your dad around the gardens pretending to be a dinosaur. Oh man, those years are the best. From as early as you can remember, you've had vivid dreams every night. You dream about strangers who seem so familiar, and wide open spaces very different from the stratospheric. Sometimes the dreams are bad, and it makes you scared to go to sleep. So every night before lights out, your dad tells you a bedtime story. You often ask for tales of Earth, a place you've only seen in holovids. Your dad doesn't want to talk about it. How about we save that for another time, he'll say, or maybe when you're older. He prefers made-up stories. Your favorite is... So, I don't think we've had this one either. This is very new for us as well. I'm not doing voices this time, you guys. I did 3 weeks of voices, destroyed my throat. I feel like I have given you enough voice acting that if you want to go back and watch the first run with all the voice acting and my terrible, terrible, terrible male voices, you are welcome to do so. But this time, it's just me reading a novel, okay? Please be kind. So we can do Sir Knight and Princess Petticoats, which gives us a physical card. We could do Superhero Justice Warriors, which gives us a social card. We could do Future Dog and the Space Cadets, which gives us a mental card. Or we could do Ship Engineering Manuals, which gives us +1 on mental challenge wins and +2 to mental challenges, which is gear from a past life. Because, you know, we were the mental girl. Stegosaurus or Pachycephalosaurus. Yeah. I love your voices, but I completely get not doing them. Look. It's possible to unlock a couple more options here depending on things you did in previous runs. Yeah, no, I'm certain, Trav, that the more runs we do, the more options we get. This is why this didn't happen the last time around, is because we hadn't gone through the game and made decisions yet. So since we're going with physical stats of perception and social stats of bravery and also animals, do we it looks like we're going heavier on the physical stats first. So do we want to go all in on physical stats and get the red card, or do we want to diversify and get the yellow card? See, they're both 2s. The physical card to the right becomes a 2 as well, which in the early game will be very necessary because we'll have 0s and 1s, and in later game we'll only care about bumping this cards up with, you know, plus from or plus whatever to gem cards. So it's still a useful card in the later game, but not as useful as it will be in early game. This one, the first card gets a -1 and the last card gets +1. So really you're just shifting which cards give you what score. Otherwise, it's just a 2 gem card. Physical. Yeah, I feel like this card is probably the stronger card between the 2 of them. Futurism is a great card, but we're not playing the brain game. So, tradition, Sir Knight and Princess Petticoats it is. That's our favorite. The red card will mess up the card next to it in the late game. The yellow just makes it just... Yeah, but you can deal with this. Like, you put it in the rightmost slot and it does nothing because it's in the rightmost slot. Like, it's fine. If there are cards that give plus score to gem cards, which then makes it easier to make like triple 4s and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do this, but we did get creativity. Interesting. Things were so much better back in medieval Earth when men fought dragons and women were so beautiful that unicorns came to help them if they were ever in trouble. Everything was so romantic and natural and perfect. You hope for Tumnell will be like this. Oh, Dad, you didn't tell us it was all made up. Actually, we knew it was all made up. Hello. This we've been through. Every child on the stratospheric is given 1 genetic enhancement by age 6. You see the first signs of yours. We could do eagle eyes. We could do extra fingers. We did absorbent brain. We could do super strength. We could do calm temperament, which we got last time. Or we could do nothing at all, because apparently there are perks for that. Nothing at all. The eyes, the staring eyes, because we'd like to see things. Eagle eyes. You can get rid of the red card late game. Yeah, I know. I'm aware, Plague. I'm aware and get rid of cards. Eagle eyes, easy choice. I mean, we are trying to be perceptive as heck, so eagle eyes will help us. All right, we're not doing our nothing at all win yet, but now we have perception. Look at that, perception. Your eyes have both eagle and owl DNA, so you have superhuman long distance and night vision. Oh, hell yeah, we see all the things, baby. Not only can you see all the way to the holoprojector from the back of the classroom, but you can read Professor Hal's private holopalm notes. Sometimes they say confidential, which is exciting, but you don't understand most of the big words. Yet. The other kids think you're a little weird, except... Anemone, energetic and loyal, tough and gentle Cal, all Physical cards under 2 become 2. That's pretty good. Bold and confident Mars. We've actually had this card before. Quiet and adventurous Dis, who's a mental card. Studious and mature Tangent, which we've had before, and or shy and sweet Tammy. Ten perception off the bat is good enough as it is even without the card. Dis because he likes to watch too. Oh goodness, everybody wants me to be friends with quiet and adventurous Dis as our childhood friend. We're gonna be the weird kids who are super antisocial together. All right, all right. Hi, Dis. 10 friendship. We got bravery and perception from that. Heck yeah, look at that. 16 perception and a little bit of bravery. Dis loves to find places on the ship that nobody else knows about. He's smaller than the other kids, so he can get up into the bulkheads. You know where he likes to go and when he wants to be alone. Nice. Tange, my queen. The lights are dimmed for the night cycle when you realize that you didn't see Dis at dinner or at the creche holovid night. Auntie Sedent must have realized too. She's constantly checking her holopalm and anxiously typing messages. The light is distracting you from the holovid. Dis's sister Tangent is not worried. She says he's always does this. And you know, that's true, but skipping dinner? Maybe something's wrong. No, we're gonna go find him. We're not gonna tell them. We're not gonna cover for him. We're gonna go find him. We are a good and loyal friend. Look at that. My perception is growing. Look at this guy. This is ridiculous. Being weird and antisocial rules, kind of. Yeah, I'm aware, Plague. I was a weirdo growing up too. Go find. We know where he is, and it means that we don't tell people his favorite place. He wouldn't like that. No, absolutely not. We are not gonna do that to him. Ooh, we've kept information. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. You find him curled up in the empty storage closet beside the compost nutrient extraction room. It actually smells really nice, like freshly crushed tomato leaves. He grudgingly agrees to come back to the crèche. Something must have happened to make him quieter than usual, but he doesn't want to talk about it. Absolutely, we're no snitch. We're going full rebellion this time. Oh no, we're stressed. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to the other star systems, with the planet Vertumna 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods, just in case. Single file, everyone! Professor Hal instructs you to follow him. Do we do as he says, or do we try to slip away? We did as he says last time, but maybe we try to slip away this time because we know that Dis is going to try and slip away. We know. We have eagle eyes. He's not where he's supposed to be right now. We know it. Oh yeah, all the rebellion. Professor Hal grabs you by the scruff of your neck. Nope, sorry Ren, this is not the time to play around. You'll have to come with the rest of the class. Oh man, we're in trouble now. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's gonna be fine, Ren, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as the siren begins to sound somewhere distant on the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out the porthole. The stars are gone! When you're frightened, you try to be brave for others. Get in touch with our emotions, which is what we did last time, or think of a game to play. Make use of that creativity we have. Also, we're not scared. We can play. I mean, we could try to be brave for the others as well. Let's see what our deck looks like. Okay, we've got a couple of social cards, more mental cards, and the most physical cards. As I said, this card will be very useful in early game. Just saying. And we don't have any collectibles yet. Not much yellow. Not much yellow yet. Bravery for them bravery points. So we can bump up creativity with think of a game to play, I think. We can also try to be brave, which may bump up bravery, which we do need. I'm gonna be brave for others. Like, we didn't have the choice to be brave for others last time because I think we had no bravery at this point. This needed creativity, interestingly enough, even though it gives you a blue card. Yeah, I'm gonna double down on the bravery. Just, it gives me friendship with Tangent. Interesting. That's fine. I can be her friend again. Sometimes you pretend to be confident so the people around you will be less scared. You look over at your classmate Tange and realize she's doing the same thing. She gives you a hard smile. You return it and keep focusing on your breathing. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches and stretches, and you're stretching too, your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving away as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know, somehow, that everything is going to be okay. I mean, if you manage to be both their friends, perhaps there's a way of making them not hate each other as much. We can find out, Plague. There's so much to learn still in this game. So much to learn still. Like, not even a joke. We could get them back together. Tange didn't like it when Dis vanished. Did Rather Wrecker. Yeah, it did. It very much did. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch, and then feel weightness for a few seconds before gravity slams your back into the wall head first. You black out. Hey, thanks for the hydrate. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow, lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you feel the ship's shaking has stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbay under you plays a soft tune and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright? You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Trees? Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people are walking around outside on the ground. You better get out there and join them. All right, we cautiously stepped outside last time. Let's just go. Let's just go. And we're back. And we're cute. Look at us. We're so cute. Oh! Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. You're all better. You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. Yep, I know how to walk around, but we're gonna go talk to Tammy. Tammy, it's been such a long time. I've missed you. My sweet, sweet girl with the candy floss hair. Why is cowards? Automod, what are you doing? Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been away from the ship since we landed. Tammy stammers, blushing. It's scary outside. Oh, Tammy. Tam. Sweet, sweet Tammy, please. Please let me save you this time. Look, you guys, it's the old colony. Oh, it's been so long since we've seen it. Look at the Stratos. The stratosphere. Aw. It's so broke, and yet it's so functional. We have missed this place. Look at these walls. Aw. The little lookout. Mom's garden. Dad! Tammy, you poor sweet girl. Yeah, Automod is a little bit out of line today. Rin! Your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. Was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Aw, you love your dad. This is the only correct answer. Look at this man. Geranium. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings, and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. It's beautiful. I'm glad you agree, he says. Your mother and I, we've been waiting a long time to see grass and trees again, even if they are purple. Oh my god, the world is purple. I love it. Yes, gooseberry. I'm so happy your dad's back. He was sorely missed. Oh my god, it is the best thing to see him again. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. So, last time we just opened the package. Do we not open the package? Or do we tell him we know what's in it? Vertumnilia is such a beautiful planet. No, it's actually Vertumna 4, Raptor Squeak. That's the name of the planet we are on. I completely understand Dis's sentiments. Why did I add... My brain is melting out my brain. Yeah. You went straight to the festival. Look, I opened it last time. I think I'm going to tell him I know what's in it. I'm still going to get the sun medallion. I'm going to tell him I know what's in it. I want to know what happens if I tell him what I know. You describe the medallion and your dad tisks as he hands you the package. Aw, who ruined the surprise? Was it Seek? I bet it was Seek. They hate fun. He grins and adds, don't tell them I said that. Ah, he's gonna blame another adult for ruining it. You start to explain that nobody told you, but someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Rin, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed and... He stops himself. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it, your mother and I. Professor Hal is expecting you in classes, if you're feeling up to it. Your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Rin. I love you. I love you too, Dad. Yeah. I know this. Okay, well, there's our bestie. All of our friends are out to play now. We can, all of the friends who hang about anyway, we can go talk to them. It looks like only Annie and Dis. Well, we know we're gonna go talk to our bestie first. One sec. I'm actually gonna switch out to the medallion because the medallion works in all challenges. You see Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed to pass the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? It does, I suppose, but, like, this is literally +1 to challenges. This is +1 to flushes. I suppose we can get more flushes. Oh, I'm in an event. I can't change it back. Give it a sec. You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. They're huge and wriggly and dangerous. Dang it. I'm not as bad as Mars. I believe you. I've seen them. Why is it that nobody believes me? Fine. You guys want the book? We got the book. Yes. Don't have enough bravery yet. We will make you eat that worm. You bet it. You better believe it. Hi, Rin. Nem seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat, and you can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Nem is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. Plague! Thank you for gifting a sub to Raptor Squeak. Raptor, welcome in. Welcome to the sub category. He does hate the first answer, but it's still my honest answer. Trav, I'm the one poking the buttons. Mwahaha. Plague is feeling good today because he accepted, he has called himself awesome. I mean, he is awesome, but he doesn't always believe it. He is a rad-tastic person of a dude, Drafter, absolutely. Saying nice things about people is awesome. Alright. What are you making? It's just snow spirals, she says. But earlier, me and Cal made a big snow pal. You missed it while you were sleeping in Medbay. She smiles her broad, gap-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. Hey, have you seen any monsters? Nope, just some little bugs. The grown-ups would say if they were monsters, right? She shrugs, then smiles reassuringly. Even if there were monsters, Chief Rhett would beat them all up, so don't worry. My mom says we're safer here than we were in space. You both looked over at the wreckage of the Stratospheric, the spaceship where you were born. Nem's mom, Antecedent, is probably right about that. Look what the wormhole did to your ship. Hey, why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School! I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm gonna be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried, do you? It's okay, she says. Professor Howell's chill, he won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you! No fair, she's getting a head start. Trav, bite me. Yeah, being 3 kind does win cards on occasion. I'm with Raptor on this one. Plague. There's no getting out of it. We're gonna be super kind to you because we like you. I don't want to go to school, but I guess we have to. You know how to get there, right? Through the door in the engineering wing behind me? You know, the big thing with the rockets on top. I was confused too at first. I've never seen the ship from the outside before. I just wanted to see what her, like, regular response is. So we can go chill if we want to, because we're kind of stressed. Or we can go to class and, work on our social skills. We actually can access command. Ooh. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to tiny nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to something important. The end of the one hallway opens into the supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and general store. Beyond it are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. The food shortfall is low. Security rating is still evaluating. We will have a Vertumnia festival in the second month of Dust. Take precautions outside the colony boundaries. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Our current council. Governor Udicott is in command. Chief Administrator Seek in command. Security Chief Rhett in the garrison. Chief Engineer Instance in engineering. Chief Cultivator Flulu, our mother, is in geoponics. Chief Steward Antecedent is quarters. Antecedent. And Chief Surveyor Melatonin in expeditions. Remember, this is Tammy's dad. Tonin. So. Can we click on geoponics? We can. The greenhouses have different biomes inside, growing plants from Earth that might belong in a desert, jungle, temperate forests. Some are so delicate you have to spray off any germs in an airlock before you can enter. The seasonal garden outside is dotted with blue nobodies, little flowers that with what look like little wriggling creatures stuck inside each one. A sign explains it's a decoy meant to attract some kind of flying predator to come pollinate the flower. A small team led by Security Chief Rhett was enough to keep the peace on the stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran the exercise gym and sports ball courts. Here in Vertumna, the garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor firing range and a big covered dojo. And best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. All right, time to go to class, I think. Let's get ahead on those skills, shall we? Chilling is for cowards. Real games do the social skills, both for skills and also the fact that you get dang regulation friendship. Yeah, we do love Tange. A low throbbing noise comes from the engineering room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs and med bay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of the wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Rin. So we can do life sciences, which is biology and reasoning, or we can do humanities, which is creativity and persuasion. We're going to do humanities because we're not going brains. Welcome, Rin, Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities, history, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient Earth poetry, too. He seems excited about that last bit. By the way, if anyone is interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruence's scheduling system when you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment is an easy one, Hal says with a yawn, because I was up late repairing Congruence's sub-terminal and I could use a nap. I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vertumnan colony means to you. Freedom, equality, democracy? My friends are all here. I feel safe here. Just doodle instead of writing. What do we want to do? Do we want to get on top of that bring down the dictator early? Do we just want to be friends with everyone because we like everyone? Do we just want to feel safe, or are we a doodler? Plague decided doodling. Happy to hear what everyone else wants to weigh in on it. I love hearing from you guys. Nah, there's no real use in pushing for Rebel by itself. We'll pick up enough as a secondary. Let's doodle creativity. Winter Fairy's like, I just want to feel safe. We know for a fact, Winter Fairy, that this colony is not going to be safe. We're too brave for that shit. Also, option 1 doesn't build Rebel. I mean, no, of course it doesn't. Because this right here, freedom, equality, and democracy, is literally what this colony left Earth to find. Yep, sorry, Winter Fairy. Outvoted. I adore you still, but we're gonna doodle. We're gonna get that creativity in and that rebellion in. True to his word, Hal leans back in his chair and begins to snore. You doubt he'll even bother reading this assignment, so you practice drawing made-up animals on your holopalm instead. When Hal wakes up from his nap, he asks a few students to read their essays to the class. You're docked a few kudos when he discovers you didn't bother to do the assignment. He thinks your animals are pretty cool, though. Well, I had 0 to begin with, so it does not matter. We're studying humanities. Yes, I'm aware. Let's go. All right. So if we put this here, and we do this. Actually, we could do a pair. And then we could do this for a flush. It's a win. Howsomever, we could also do a straight. Does that noticeably change anything? Not really. This is a 3-point straight, and this is a 2-point flush and a 1-point pair. Howsomever, hold on, hold your goat. We could do a little bit of this. Move this down. No. Stop that. There we go. That's 1 point less. 13 is as good as we can get. Well, I tried. I do have it on, Trav. I did have it on. Don't start with me. I already switched it back. Yep, thank you. I can prove it too. See? It's on. Yeah. That's why I was getting 2 points for flushes instead of 1. So we got extra creativity and some persuasion, and a kudo, and stress. I switched it back because people were having a problem with me switching it off in the first place. So how do we make sure Nem doesn't get suckered in by Vase? We have to be really good friends with her, Winter Fairy, so we're gonna prioritize her a little bit. We could date her, yeah. That would solve the problem entirely. This does mean that we have to start, like, working on toughness. So, which is fine. We can go play sports ball with her. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? So, we could get delusions. This has all happened before. Or we could say things. If you don't break them up after you get really high friendship, you get a rather despicable ending bit of dialogue, which is one of the reasons I hate Vase so much. I mean, he's got problems. We could also date Vase, for that matter. No delusions. Okay, so as much as this card is a -1, we have cards in our deck already that can make this a 2. And it is a flush wild as well, so it will fit with all of our flush bonus stuff because it is every color. But like paired with tradition, it becomes a 2 instead of a -1. You can make this a delusions run if you want to, but if you start picking up delusions, the card will start appearing more. That's fair. I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles. And Professor Hal will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom. I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by Geoponics. We could use your help. Mom. Yeah, fuck education. All right. Nem. Nem is bumping a sports ball with her wrists, trying to keep in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. We don't have the toughness to do a trick, but we can bounce it back. Ugh. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Nem tells you that the new sports ball court, a proper regulation-sized court, way bigger than the little zero-G one on the stratospheric. Her brother Com is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should join us. And we probably will. Yeah, fuck education. Ah, okay. So, we have just unlocked Play Sports Ball, which gives you bravery and toughness and friendship with Nem. Knowing what happens to Com makes this so much worse. I know. I know. To be fair, in our first run, I was pretty sure that he only gets introduced to die because, narratively speaking, that's the only thing that makes sense. Like, I'm not even joking. What are the options here? Just relax in the lounge? Okay. Which is Tammy friendship? The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents. So colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge and cafeteria and a crèche where all the little kids and babies are raised communally. Because it takes a village, let me tell you. Hello, Mars. A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Rin, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? Okay. Good. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Hey, Tammy. Tammy is staring obviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Rin, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. 1 order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nano print it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. Actually, she's utterly shameless, but sure. I would do quite a bit of sports ball early on so you can sneak out with this. Oh, I knew he was gonna die. It's what his death does to Nem that makes it tough. And we should make sure that Calm survives, if that's even possible. We'll need to be very brave. Oh no, Tammy's going to be one of the allergy people too, isn't she? Probably? Mars puts her hand out expectantly. Give him here. We don't have the persuasion to negotiate. We only have a persuasion of 2. We could say I ate them, though. I will allow you 1 spoiler, Plague. If this is where you want to spend that spoiler, that's up to you. He's actually the only death in the entire game I believe you can't avoid. He will always die. That's unfortunate. But are you certain, Plague? Here it is. You hand over the box of soy sweets with a smile. Mars takes it and giggles. You're such a good sidekick doing everything I say. She opens the box and hands you a soy sweet. Your tip, she tells you. Oh, an Administrator Seek is looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot. I don't want to do it, because like you, running around out there? No. Just go through there and tell them I referred you. Alright, so we can attempt to deliver supplies, but we don't have the toughness or the organizing to do it. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, we used to play with her. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nanoprinter creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Rin, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? I sure do. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection. A disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements and 2 super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly, who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing at a club. The 2 of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. Probably no way to make Mars less bratty, is there? No one is too old for dolls, in my opinion. Yeah, the Faceless always kill him no matter what you do. Hence why we have mods that save him. Ah, Raptor coming in with the, oh god, why can't we save him? Save. We can mod it! Okay, so we need empathy of 20 or greater to perform random acts of kindness with Tammy. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions, which means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning you see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. I don't like it when he goes out there, she sniffs after he has gone. But he's so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you, Rin. Oh, Tammy. Break my heart a little more, will you, please? Mars. Hoi, Rin. Mars says, looking you up and down with a sneer. Your shoes are gross. That's what you get for walking around in the dirt out there. She sniffs. Not me. I'm sticking to the ship until they pave over all that icky mud. You wonder if maybe she's scared of more than just getting dirty. Oh, she probably is. Okay, he's ignoring us today. Thanks, bestie. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned on the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth, spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do, she asks. Remember, Rin, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. She points towards the engineering wing, in the back half of the stratospheric's severed frame. Professor Hal's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. She claps her hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? Nope, I'm good. I know all this information. Hey, Dad. Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Playing in the fresh air. He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons. Back on Earth, it got much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. Oh, Dad. Your dad takes a big breath of air. Ah, this is real living, he says grandly. Sometimes I wake up thinking we're still hurtling through space on the strato, and I'm just so jazzed when I remember we're here on a real planet. He slaps you on the back. Never take this for granted, kiddo. Okay. Just no. All right. Well, we can go back to engineering if we want to. We don't have the reasoning to register for engineering classes, but we could go back to humanities, which does creativity and persuasion. If we want to make friends with Nem, playing sports ball does the trick. Bravery and toughness is going to go a long way for us. We have the option to work on our toughness as well by shoveling dirt. So this will give us a lot of toughness, a lot more toughness right away. The other one will only do a little bit of toughness at a time. Just gonna say it, I love both your parents, but I'm way more connected to Dad than Mom. Yeah. Kick that ball, kick that ball. Yeah, okay. We'll go hang out and play sports ball. This is the thing we, like, really didn't do any of last run. Nem meets you on the court. She's bouncing from one leg to another in excitement. My brother Com is organizing the youth team, she tells you. Kombucha offers you a high five in greeting, then tosses a sports ball your way. Let's start with a practice game to see what you're good at. You and Nem are team captains. Pick your team. Hey, cutie. We're too young for you, but damn. Anemone used to practice with Cal and Mars on the ship, but Tammy? You're surprised to see her here. Com will fill in to even up the teams, but he promises to go easy on the other side. We're gonna choose Tammy. Because look at her, she needs a tough friend who can handle Cal and Mars. Bravery I found to be a tough stat to build, so sports ball can be very useful. Cal said I should join, but I'm not very good at sports. Where should I stand? She says quietly. You aren't sure. You assign her to tackleback and tell her to stick like glue to the opposing team's offense. Maybe she'll get in their way instead of yours. Nem chooses kombucha, of course. They bump fists. Your next choice. Mars or Cal? Remember, Cal and Tammy are besties. But
getting in early on friendship with Mars, especially if we're gonna go physical social, might be a good idea. I mean, Cal will keep Tammy safe, that's for sure. Trav says Cal, Plague says Mars. Raptor, we are Soul. I mean, just because we're named Rin this run doesn't mean we aren't Soul. Jim. Yes, clone yourself. Sure. Can't do that. Try again. Jim doesn't exist. There's no Jim here. No Jimmy boy. I'm gonna go with Cal. Mind if I play goalie, he asks? Sports ball is fun, but it feels mean to score against the other team. Oh, Cal. Oh, Cal. You face off 3-on-3. It's a toughness challenge. Let's go. I can't choose Rex, Raptor. Do you think? It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. If I had the choice to choose Rex, I would. I would. It's a pretty good start. Yes, yes. Next round. All right. So we can do this. Now we just need a 9. Okay. I win. That wasn't so hard. Yeah, we don't have a lot of options early game to do that, but we will try, Trav. I would love to see cute little Rex. He's not even on his... Well, actually, they might be on their way by now, but I doubt they're on their way quite yet. Well, no, it took us 20 years to get to the wormhole. They would have had to be already on their way in space, like 5 or so years behind us to have managed to catch up to us 5 years later. So they're already in space. They're on their way. Tammy tackles Nem in a brilliant takedown that surprises everyone. She really took to her role as the immovable object. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. The score is tied with Nem and Calm putting the pressure on. Then bam, you score the match point with a rad spike all the way from the net line. Yes. We're brave. We're tough. Nem likes us more. Let's go. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces, when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. This must be Tammy when she's grown up. This is older Tammy. How I imagine Soul when the premonitions work out. Looks like the cook. Look at her cute ears. Could be... No, we've seen older antecedent. I don't know. I think it's Tammy. You've lived this life before, in your dreams. You're sure of it. In the light of day, you try to remember everything from your dreams, but it's impossible. You can't live a lifetime in dreams. Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick. or that you're sick and need to go to medbay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Secret powers are fun. You start keeping a private journal on your holopalm, recording the events when you remember something before it happens. You also write down your dreams when they have that feeling of being real. You like the idea of being magic and seeing the future, but some of those dreams are very scary. You hope that, like Professor Hal's hash browns, they don't all come true. Mid-quiet becomes late quiet. I don't have anything to give, and I don't actually know Tammy's birthday. In fact, I know very little about aspartame. Hi, Ren, she huffs in, catching her breath. On the ship, adults are always saying, no running, anemone, no running. But outside, there's so much room. I can run for 5 minutes in one direction, even more after the roboplows clear the land for farms. Indeed. Oh, Tangent's out. Friendo, please. Dis is hanging out near the south gates, his hands in his pockets, idly staring at the ground and digging the toes of his boots in the dirt. He nods to you, but doesn't say anything. We're so close to... Well, okay, we're not. We're not even halfway to. Never mind. Uncle Tonin! You step cautiously through the colony gates. Hey there, kiddo. Uncle Tonin blocks your way with a smile. I'm afraid expeditions is off limits for now. It's not safe out there for kids. You better toughen up so you can join the squads when you're older. So you either need to have a toughness of 20 or a bravery of 20. This is the map as we know it. We know of float cows, hop eyes, and manticores. And that's really it. But that's Tammy's dad. Mom. Alright. I'm just gonna run through this so that we don't have these questions anymore. She's doing her best. We're growing fast. What's up in engineering? What can I do in quarters? What's in the garrison? What's going on in command? Can I join expeditions yet? Okay, bye! And it's just literally the same questions. I was hoping we'd get something else. Your dad pulls a flower out of his pocket and gives it to you. A blossom for my little blossom? He tucks it behind your ear. I'm 99.99% sure this isn't poisonous, but let me know if you get a weird rash or anything. Thanks, Dad. Hey, Cal. Cal is riding around the geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop by the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Ren! Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, Cal explains. It's actually really cool. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. Cool. Can I try? Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. How to be brave. Have you tried pissing off your mom? That isn't bravery. That's sheer stupidity. Tammy has the elf ears mod. I'm not sure why, but maybe her parents like that kind of thing. Well, her dad has the elf ears mod as well, Trav. So it actually might be genetic at this point. We're not entirely certain what her augment is. What isn't going on with Dis, Winter Fairy? He is the emo boy. Yeah. So she may have inherited them, or they may have given her the same augment. Trav, we don't know. We don't know her augment. So you need so much bravery to chill with him, so you gotta build bravery fast. She has enhanced hearing, I believe. How to be brave? Have you tried pissing off your mom? That isn't bravery, that's sheer stupidity. Mr. Scrake, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you are well. The suns, they're so warm. Cal lifts his face to the sky, his eyes closed. Well, the blue one is just kind of warm, he continues, but the yellow one is like a heater. In the sky, the grow lights on Strato were bright, but never hot like this. It's so nice. Sure is. Alright, Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Howe wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog in the colony holonet. I can't find it anywhere. Plants? Tried looking outside. I'll help you find that catalog, or let's make our own list. What do we think, chat? I believe we helped her find the catalog, and that's what cemented her as our friend. Plants tried looking outside is going to make her scoff at us, but we could try to be creative. I'm sure heat would be way easier to deal with if you weren't all sweaty and gross. That's fair, Plague. Let's make our own list. Okay. Tangent is dubious, but agrees to try your idea. The two of you run around the colony yard taking pictures of all the different vertumnus plants you can find and making up fake sciencey sounding names for them, like Wincuyus and Shrubbrius and Purpulus gracium. After an hour, you've categorized 51 different species. Tange doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures you must have learned something. Also, Professor Howe will be very amused. Tangent looks up at the sky and shades her eyes. It's too bright, she complains, and it's too hot, and the nights are cold. Living on the stratospheric meant we never had to experience discomfort. Remind me why we aren't putting our resources into repairing the ship? Excellent point. We talked to everyone? I don't think we've talked to Mars. I'm bored. This is boring, Mars complains, stamping her foot. All the adults want to do is work, and they're not paying attention to me. Okay. So, we could go back to sports ball for more bravery. We could also go to geoponics for toughness, because we do need to get toughness up as well. Toughness does come with sports ball, but not very quickly. We could bounce between the two as well. But then you're panting like a dog since they can't sweat in real life. I'm fine with that. Brings me closer to Rex. Know what else brings you closer to Rex? Giving him hugs and snuggles. I love doing that. I would keep doing sports ball. Okay, fine. Sports ball it is. Hey. Hey. I'm gonna be your friend, Dis. You don't have a choice. Not in any version of this game do you have a choice. Let's play sports ball. Nem has no patience for school, her mom, or acting proper, but she has patience for sports ball. She spends hours teaching little Nougat, fetching balls over and over and throwing all her enthusiasm into cheering every single successful spike her young protege makes. Aw, Nougat. Yeah, we know. Goodbye. All right. Technically, this is a bravery challenge. So Eagle Eyes isn't actually going to give us extra score. How do I want to do this? I think I want to do this. Yes, I know I have a bonus to flushes, but this becomes a flush 4, and we also get a super goal. So, like, let's go. I super gold it. I super gold it. Like it was hard. But you can't get 100% commitment from Rex. I don't know, Winter Fairy, if you save all your mush logs for Rex and give him mush logs as often as you can, I actually think you could 100% Rex by the end of the game, even though he only comes in halfway through. I think the harder person to 100% would be Nami Nami. Not that you couldn't, but like it would be harder. Because Rex comes with a bonus of +2 per season. Every time you, like, so long as you hug him once per season, you get +2 to his. No, I think winter means Rex being polyam. Oh, 100% commitment, like monogamy? No, I don't think you can ever do that with Rex, but you can be part of his polyam. That's as close as you'll ever get. He's loyal to a fault like a pupper, but he is a Pac-Man, not a he's a dog, not a wolf, okay? Let's put it that way. Bravery, extra bravery. We're up to 11 now, but only a little bit of toughness. Late quiet turns to early pollen, and this is where the problem begins for our dad. Nem holds her stomach as you approach. Does the air here make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me? She wonders. I feel like I could eat a whole one of the mushroom trees. Just... ow! She minds shoving in the whole giant mushroom in her mouth. Absolutely. Yes, please. Dis is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He's just staring into the nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice as you approach. I'm just gonna sit down with him. He doesn't need me to ask questions, and he doesn't necessarily need me to distract him. Teasing him is the wrong answer. I think I'm just gonna sit down with him. Rex is a Pac-Man. Holy shit, what a crossover. Pack is in, like, pack of dogs, not Pac-Man. I guess I just see it from a different angle being Polly myself. He's giving 100% of himself to you. He just gives 100% of himself to literally everything and everyone he does. At least from my point of view. That's how I read it too. Yeah. Winter Fairy is a very traditional monogamist in real life, which is very sweet of her, but it's not for everybody. Certainly not for Rex. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit, but doesn't say anything. You both just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare out the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but out there it's wild and as high as your waist. Head surveyor Toinen is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight. You're starting to wonder if Dis will ever acknowledge you when he says, I've got to go. As he starts down the hill, he pauses and says, this is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Good. We're gonna hang. You have no choice in the matter. Have you gone outside the colony yet? Tanj asks you. I hear all sorts of terrible things. Regardless, we're not allowed to stray from the gates unless we're on expedition. Tanj rolls her eyes. Not that it stops my brother. Girl. Get on board with that. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions, which means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning you see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. Oh, we've read this one. Tammy. Have you tried standing in the mud yet? Cal asks you. It's the best, most amazing feeling I have ever felt. You look down and sure enough, Cal's feet are bare and muddy as heck. Dirt and grass feel neat too, he continues. Sometimes the rocks hurt, but Mom says I'll build up calluses. You should try it. Good to know, Cal. Mom? Still just tutorial questions. Dad? Your dad sneezes and wipes his nose with a handkerchief. Whew, this pollen, he says, his voice thick with congestion. Someday I'm gonna get used to it. Oh, Dad. Okay, we need to get our bravery up ASAP. We need to be out there, searching for all the bad things. Ugh, I have all these kudos and nowhere to spend them yet. Seek says the depot store won't open until next year. How am I supposed to show off how much better and harder working I am than everyone else? Ah, our collectibles. I have a collectible. I know for a fact that both M and Cal would like this collectible. But we are trying to save you from a bad man, so here I got something for you. I know you're starving. Whoa, this egg looks tasty, Nems exclaims. Wait, I can eat this, right? Absolutely you can, my girl. Broccoli, welcome in. It's lovely to see you again. Can we actually try to leave through the main gates? We've tried. We get stopped. I prefer to be in smaller poly relationships as I can't give myself to too many people without getting exhausted. I mean, every poly person is different, Plague. We're so far so good. Nobody's died yet. But we all are also only in we're only in pollen season, so of year 1. So here, you know, we're only 10. I could barely handle one partner. To be honest, I might even stay single intentionally. It's peaceful. No, try this game. You know, every poly person is different, but I'm just sharing my own experience. I mean, yes, that's fair. All right, time for more sports ball. We got to get that bravery up. Mars may not be as skilled a sports ball player as Nem, but she plays hard. She orders people around like a team captain, but she isn't so great at passing the ball. She'd rather be the star. Her favorite thing is to spike the ball right into the opposing net stop's body. It's not a legal move, but she's done it so many times that the opposition now stands further back when Mars has the ball, which is exactly what she wants. Did you see that? Nem complains to you during break. Mars wouldn't pass the ball to either of us for 10 whole minutes. Somebody has to do something. Nem looks at you questioningly. Okay. So if we talk to Mars in private, we need persuasion 10. We don't have any more than 2. It's not something we've prioritized. We could just not pass her the ball, but then she's gonna be mad. Or we could just let Mars be Mars. They are amazing as fuck. I know, I am one. You missed a poly... Yeah, well, I mean, you walked in halfway through it, Broccoli. No passing, no passing. Like, if you want to lay down your own thoughts, Broccoli, so long as you're respectful, go for it. Add to the conversation. We're discussing just how cool people are. Gandalf Mars. See, this is going to make Mars mad at us. I don't necessarily want to piss off Mars, but I do want to be friends with Nem. Or I could be like, Nem, I know we just gotta let Mars be Mars. Okay. We're anti-Mars again this run? Okay, fine. Oh, we got less stress. For the rest of the game, you and Nem pass to each other and ignore Mars. She notices, but just assumes you want to be the star too. It doesn't give you any hassle. The thing you've learned with Mars is that she loves to be the best, but she doesn't have the kind of ego that makes her mean about it. It doesn't really solve the problem, but it's kind of fun anyway. She is shameless, so she does not care. Like, it's not a jealousy issue for her. All right. Another bravery challenge. Okay, so if we do 2 and then 1 and then 1 and then 0. Oh, no. 1 and then 0 and then 0. We get pairs, we get flushes, we get goal. It's literally the best score we could get. I think. I mean, we could try doing this. That's a higher score. It's not... Fine. We win either way. We win. Alright, so... Our bravery is up to 14. Our toughness is 6. Perception is 22. Done. You wake from an afternoon nap. The dream you're having is one you've had many times. The air is strangely pink and fluffy, kind of sticky, and you have to push your way through it. It feels like every step takes an eternity. You push through the pink cloud and emerge into the children's crèche, a room you know well. To see your friend Tammy standing before an enormous bear made of pure light. It lunges at her, through her, and she collapses to the ground like a fainting fairy tale princess. You wake with your heart racing. Tammy is leaning over you where you've been sleeping in a nest of pillows. She shakes her shoulder gently. "Oh, I'm sorry, Rin," she says as if speaking to a small child. I think you were having a nightmare? Are you okay? Are you? Nothing bad happened in the dream, but you feel sick with dread. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seaton is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the crutch first, then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off towards the crutch, humming to herself. You feel groggy and need a minute to clear your head. That dream. Forget dreams. Get that candy? No. Wait, go save Tammy. We have to go save Tammy, you guys. I don't want any candy. We're gonna save Tammy. Mars doesn't always dislike you standing up. This is true. Mars respects somebody who is willing to stand up against her. She respects people who meet her at her level. Pretty sure we have 0 friendship with Mars, so losing the points won't matter. Let's find out. No, we do. We have 4. 8, 16, 8, 11. Love is like broccoli. The more the merrier, but I now in a monogamous relationship as my partner doesn't feel the same way, and I want to respect that. Broccoli, I have been there. I have been there. I'm currently in it's complicated relationship, but yes, I have also done the respectful thing. Good. Green. Consent, honesty, and consideration is fantastic in relationships. Stop her from tidying the crutch. Go save the girl. Yeah. Wait, go save Tammy. You sprint down the hall to the children's crutch where the little kids play and learn during the day. It's empty. All the younger kids are probably off eating candy with antecedent. You spot Tammy tidying up some drawing supplies near the crafts bin. Above her, a hollow projector displays an enormous floating teddy bear made of pure light. It bobs silently in the air. Mr. Bearsworth. A decade of happy memories playing with it flash through your mind in an instant. Tammy stands up on her toes and reaches for the switch to turn it off. You slam into her, knocking her off her feet into the ground. At the same moment, the hollow projector sparks and explodes. The bear disappears and the whole room goes dark. We saved Tammy, you guys. Fuck. In the dim emergency lighting, you see Tammy's eyes wide with surprise and fear. She sits up and rubs her elbow, staring at you. Sorry, are you hurt? It's okay, she sniffles, looking like she might start crying. Why did you do that? Oh, yeah, it was an accident. I tripped or I just saved your life. Now, weirdly, I managed to save Tammy on a first playthrough, and this was because I have a save problem and had to refresh the save after going to get candy, and it believed I had done this event before in the game, and so it let me save her. Interesting, Plague. It's viable. You can save her and Hal by reloading in your first game. Yes, you can technically save her the first time by reloading. You're just remembering, after all. The princess and the bear. I know, it's so cute. Do we tell her the truth, or do we make up a story because nobody ever believes us? Accident. She won't believe you lived this before. I mean, technically, we didn't save her before either, so this is new. It was an accident. I tripped. Oh, she mutters, sniffles, and wipes her nose, looking like she's trying not to cry. Are you okay? You tell her you're fine and say sorry again for hurting her. You're just happy that you followed your dream and got here in time. You decide not to mention the dream since she seems weirded out already. After a minute, the lights come back on. The projector is dead, a thin trickle of stinky smoke coming from its base. Don't worry, Tammy says, brightening as she gets to her feet. Professor Hal can fix it. He can fix anything. By the time you find the professor and finish cleaning up, you've forgotten all about the pink candy in the cafeteria. Guys, we saved Tammy! I have seen some other streamers saving her because there was an active playthrough by their partner. Nice. I've got friends that I needed to go talk to Tammy right now. She's here, you guys. She's here. We did it. We saved her. No candy card, but I think we got the better one this way. Yes, absolutely. This is the better card. It's a +4, man. It's a good card. Look at this card. Saving Tammy is a 4. It's our highest card on its. I mean, this can be a 4, and this can make a 4, or actually, this one can make a 2. But this is a 4. It just is. It's a solid card. No can. It was weird explaining that they skipped the trauma, and she will gift you cakes on your birthday now. Oh, Tammy. Tammy is sitting down in the grass with the baby on her lap. They're playing nicely with some flowers or a strand of the beads in Tammy's hair or something. Tammy keeps gently removing her hair from the baby's mouth. Oh, Rin, she giggles as you join her. Aren't babies the best? There are so many new babies in the crèche you'd think they were starting a colony or something. Oh, sorry. There are so many new babies in the crèche you'd think we were starting a colony or something. Tammy laughs. But the parents are too busy doing their work, and somebody needs to take care of the little ones. She looks down lovingly to the baby who is now sucking on part of her skirt, getting it good and damp with baby drool. You could come help too. It would be fun. Sweet, we can now babysit. The baby chooses this moment to spit up a big puddle of pale yellow liquid on Tammy's dress. Oopsies! Tammy coos and picks the baby up. When she holds them out towards you, could you take them for a minute while I find a towel, Rin? The baby hiccups and rolls their eyes. They still look a little queasy to you. Of course. You hold the baby against your shoulder and pat their back the way you've seen parents do sometimes. They let out a satisfyingly loud belch and you feel a trickle of liquid run down your back. But you don't care, because there's nothing better than that fresh baby smell. You decide you might take Tammy up on that babysitting job. We have definitely not been in the mud today. Alright. Mom is still in tutorial mode. Dad? You meet your dad adjusting a watering bot on your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People were hardly ever ill on the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says nasally. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mother cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees that they sure are beautiful. Then he blows his nose loudly. I'm gonna tell them I'm scared of the pollen. What are your thoughts on this run direction? You've mentioned saving Annie from the fascist boy. Anything else? Thoughts. Well, we're saving Tammy. I don't know if we can save Tammy's dad, but we're gonna try. We are gonna be besties with Dis. We haven't quite settled on who we're going to romance yet. Might be multiple people, but Dis, Cal, Rex, you know, Mars in later years is pretty okay, so even Mars is kind of on that list. We're just gonna try to be friends with a lot more people this run instead of like 100%ing Tangent immediately. So Dis and Nem is kind of the current vibe. We're definitely gonna be besties with Nem regardless. Yeah, we're just gonna try and save as many people as we can. It has been made known to me that Kombucha is the only one that I can't save outside of modding the game, and as I am not running any mods, I cannot save him. So, which is a relevant plot point and a sad one, but we're gonna be there for our friend Nem, regardless, because she deserves to have somebody at her back. I feel bad that we like totally were not as much friends with her as we could have been last time. So, do you remember who and when actually dies? Uncle Tonin is next on our list, and then it's Professor Hal. Comms is a event death. Our mom is after that. And then our dad, if we cannot get him the cure fast enough. So we're trying to get our bravery up so we can get into expeditions as quickly as possible. So yeah, we still have time. I believe this year it's only Tammy and Tonin. Yeah, Tonin is next year. So we just have to get to them. But I'm gonna tell them I'm scared of the pollen. Her mom says, Rin, life on Vertumna is going to be very hard if you let yourself be afraid of everything. Dad cuts in. It's okay, kiddo. It's just how plants reproduce. The pollen might make your eyes itch, but you'll be fine. You want to tell them more about the bad feeling you have in your gut when you look at the pink haze, but you can't put it into words. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey, Rin, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing, because we are stressed as fuck. Not yet. Not yet, Dad. Yep, she's still complaining that she has kudos but can't spend them. We talked to these two. We're gonna hang out with Dis again. Oh, you found me. Dis is adjusting better than you'd expected to life on the surface. He's already found new places to hide and do whatever he does out here by himself. Well, we're gonna be besties, my dude. Rin, we need to discuss my brother. Who Dis? Or you mean my buddy Dis? Dish. Good, you've got this. Tona is actually the trickiest because the game doesn't remind you like it did with Tammy. Well, that's because Tonin dies on an expedition. So unless you are already in expeditions, you can't, of course it's not going to remind you that he dies. We'll see if we can do it, but you mean my buddy Dis? Yes, Dis. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing ever since we landed. I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and I'm not on very good terms with my brother as of late, but people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tange is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll find out. Does not mean I'm going to tell you, but I will find out. Thank you, Rin, she says, looking relieved for a second before her expression hardens again. I mean, it would be a ridiculous waste of resources if something happened to him and no one knew where he was or how to find him. Right, of course. Tange doesn't get worried. Except she is very worried. Okay, still complaining about the bright. Nem! But then I trapped it in my room, Nem says, telling you all about the bug she saw in her quarters. Its wings were as big as my hand, and it had feelers like, whoa! It was bouncing all over the place, like boing, boing, boing! She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bugs here are so big, and they're everywhere! I was gonna give it to Tange, she says. She loves gross bug stuff, but she said I should just let it go, because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the one I already have. And I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around, off higher and higher things, until I was jumping off the back of the ship, and I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. She stops in her tracks. Hold on, she says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. Ugh, I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees, and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard, pleasant but firm. It instantly transports you back to being in the ship crutch, tugging on her skirts and calling her auntie. And Anemone jumps and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. But Mom! Nem whines, digging her fingers into her knees as Antecedent approaches you both. It's so scratch-tastically itchy! I know, lovely, Antecedent soothes her, patting down her riotous red hair. But the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Nem tucks her hands under her armpits to keep them from scratching. What if I want to have cool scales? She pouts. Antecedent smiles indulgently. At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Nem's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in wherever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran headfirst into the food synthesizer back on the ship. Armor scales skin. Antecedent opens her satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the nanoprinter is over a week long, so I patched your pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put more holes in them. or yourself okay? She hands the clothes to Nem and kisses her on the forehead. Nem sticks out her tongue and gags. Yuck. Nem evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes as she runs her finger over the odd color patches. Then, right there in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls on the new ones. Whoa, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows, she exclaims, showing off her new pants, like when they'd stencil your kill count on your plane. Or like a really cool scar. Nem grins. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred, just like me. Aw, she's adorable. You practicing for Vertemnilia? Nem says as you approach. There's gonna be a festival in dust season and they're having a bot wrestling contest. I'm gonna compete. That's awesome. Yep, parents chose augments for their children. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to work on, like, toughness and maybe combat to save Tonin, so sooner we can get to those. Yeah, on some of my playthroughs I wasn't able to go outside half of the game, probably including the first one. Also, an injury causes scales to grow there instead of skin. That really sucks. Well, depends on your view on it. Nem thinks that they're awesome. You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her holopalm between classes. He doesn't say anything. Where do you go, Dis? We have the friendship? We do. His eyes light up and he whispers, I'd bet you'd like it out there, Rin. He motions to the path stretching away from the colony beyond the walls. I sneak out to go exploring sometimes. There's so much neat stuff. You just have to wait until the grown-ups aren't looking. It's small, so it's easy. Just don't tell, okay? I don't want to get in trouble. You follow him down to a drain pipe half hidden behind the sports ball fields. Small kids like Dis could fit through it. Or you. Tangent will want to hear about this. She sure will. We're just as stuck here as we were on the ship, he mumbles. Yeah, I know. I know. Alright. But do we tattle? You tell Tangent you know where Dis has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the jungle not far away, but outside the walls. Tange looks concerned. Really? She says, wringing her hands. Is it safe? I'll keep him safe. She eyes you skeptically. Full of friends, Ren, but you're just a kid, she replies. However, I suppose it's good to know he isn't alone out there. Absolutely not. He's not alone out there. We will not let him be alone out there. Mars. You've heard of Vertemnilia, right? You know the festival we're holding in dust season? I've already got my routine ready for the talent show. She flips her hair over her shoulder and laughs. If you have a hope of competing against me, you're going to need to get creative. So that's your hint that creativity is the skill for it. I think... Have we talked to everybody else? I think we've talked to everybody else. We've talked to you. Cal runs up to you, streaked from foot to neck with purple dirt. There's just so much space. Me and Nem just ran for 20 minutes, and we never ran down the same path twice. He leans over and braces his hands on his knees, breathing heavily. Whoo-wee, she's so fast. Yeah, she is. Alright. We've got some new options. Babysitting is empathy and creativity, as well as friendship with Tammy. And some kudos. Play sports ball is what we have been doing. We do need to get our toughness up, which is really going to geoponics to shovel dirt. But that's also friendship with Cal. And then... sneak out through the drain pipe. Bravery and perception. Can work on combat next year. That's fine. I'm not sure that combat matters. Bravery is probably more important. A bit of combat always helps, though. Probably true. Quick, sneak out ASAP. You can sneak out already? Did you choose him as your childhood friend? Yes. I did. Yep, because he's hard to befriend. Also, there were benefits. You are never alone in the wilds, technically. We really should reduce our stress, then go outside. I would wait until you have no stress to explore, so you should probably do geoponics or sports ball. I'm gonna agree that sneaking out this month is not good for us because we need to have low stress for that, so we're gonna have to wait till year 2 to get samples for Tangent. But I don't think we have the biology to pull it off yet anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on bravery. I need the bravery regardless. So we're gonna play sports ball and then chill. You've been finding it really difficult to focus on practice recently and find yourself snapping at your teammates and making bad calls. You're probably taking on too much, and it would be good to take some time off until you feel a little less stressed out. Well, we're going for bravery, so we got saving Tammy. Now if I do this, yeah, this is the higher score. It's not quite the highest score possible. Well, I think this is the highest score possible with these cards, but it's not quite the highest score that I would like. But still, we get bravery, and that's what matters. But we're too stressed out to do anything else this month. I know that I don't need 100 to de-stress, but I wanted the bravery. The closer we get it to 20, the better. Honestly. We're not... Nem runs up to you. Hi, Rin! She huffs, catching her breath. She grins. On the ship, adults were always... Oh, never mind. We've read this one. Yep, I found you. I want to dare him to eat the worm, but I don't have the bravery to do it yet. Tange, can't talk right now? Working on your science fair project? Yeah. Well, work away, I suppose. Mars? Yep, can't spend your kudos yet. Gonna complain. Mom? Still in tutorial mode? Dad? You spot your dad catching a break inside the geoponics domes. He takes a huge glug from his canteen, then upends the rest over his face. Whew! He exclaims. Wish I could take my eyes out of my head, wash them off, and pop them back in. He laughs at the look on your face. Too gross? Too gross. Sorry, kiddo. This pollen is just so itchy. Yeah, it would be. Cal? Cal is crouched beside a big puddle, staring into his reflection. It's just so amazing, don't you think? On the Strato, we could only have very short showers, and we had to reuse the same water over and over, he continues. But here, water just falls out of the sky and then lies around in puddles. Lakes, even! It's a whole thing. A happy watering bot trundles by. Tammy! Tammy peers out of the doorway of the lounge, her hand on the doorframe as she regards the colony with some hesitation. Are you sure it's safe out there, Rin? How can you just run around like that? You're so brave. Oh, Tam. Tam. Alright, we need to chill out. So we're gonna go chill out. I know, but I tend to do that so you get the most de-stress for your buck. Me too. 2 min-maxer for this world. I love how the game hints to you about Vertumnilia. I'm totally missed it the first time through. I didn't miss it the first time through, but I didn't exactly know what it was for until I got to the first time. And then I was like, oh yeah, I get it now. Yeah, we're too stressed out to babysit, but we can relax in the lounge and make friends with people. So we are going to. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection. It's strewn with tables and cushions and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces every family is assigned. You flop down to the lounge's big beanbag pile with some of the other kids. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good on Vertumna, and so does the dirt even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. Nem bounces in. Holy crap, there's so much space to run around and play in. Com and Chief Rhett set up an outdoor sports ball court, and it is way bigger than the one on the ship. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from a pile and perches on it. The school's expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, she tells you, and we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. Nem rolls her eyes, but Tangent continues. We shouldn't forget our studies just because we've landed, she says primly. I want to explore the jungle. Allison, welcome in! Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Thank you for being here, my friend. I can appreciate good game design when I see one. Taking a game dev class in university makes you unable to see some things. Yep, that would do it, Broccoli. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well as well, Allison. Even though I, read your posts on social media. I still hope you're doing well. For a minute I thought work was going to be nuts all afternoon. I'm so sorry that it was nuts at all. I'm glad it slowed the heck down. Alright, I want to explore the jungle. Brenda's right. You hear over your shoulder and you startle to find Dis standing right behind you. Gah! When did he get here? Did you see those huge beasts in the jungle as we were landing? Dis continues, picking at a thread on his sweater until it unravels. I wonder if there are more out there. You've had less of the deja vu dreams come to life feeling this week, and you're starting to think you'd even imagined it. But suddenly you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through it as if on cue. OMG, everybody. Look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command, she says, clapping her hands excitedly. You know what that means, right? She stands tall with her hands on her hips. Vertumna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. You look out at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouth the words along what she says next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kids, she exclaims, wrapping Nem and Tangent under each arm. And we were there. We're gonna try to go more rebellion this time, Allison, just because we didn't do it last time. I'm not making it a priority or anything. Goodbye, Wondering. I forget you. I forgore. Late pollen turns into early dust. Next year, pollen is all about exploring for samples. We're gonna save our dad, you guys. Oh, Tammy's still scared. Ange. Nope, I haven't gone out yet, but we're working on it. Nem. Nem is running around the sports ball court, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses onto the grass and checks her holopon. I'm training, she explains. My big bro, Com, says I have to get my legs climatized to the planet if I'm going to be team captain like him. Well, that's for sure. Oh, Mom's got things to say. Yep, the suns are very warm. Hey, Dis. Despite the heat, Dis remains covered from head to toe in black. It's not that hot, he mumbles. I mean, when you are basically a skeleton vaguely covered in, like, thin skin, he probably appreciates the layering because he's probably always cold. Like he's got nothing to keep the warmth in. He's skin and bones, man. It's Dad! Allison, it's Dad! Yeah, don't take this for granted. Dad, you shouldn't either. Alright, Mom, what's up? He lives again! I know, we missed him so much. Your mom looks annoyed. Rin, she begins with a sigh. I know you said you're mature enough to decide your own schedule now, but don't prove us wrong. If I find out that you've just been playing holo games in our quarters all day, I swear. I'm just gonna stay silent. She will convince herself of whatever she needs. I spoke with your teacher, she continues. Hal wants to see you in class more often, Rin. You can pick any subject, but I want you to study hard and try your best to excel at whatever you decide to do. This colony is too small to support layabouts and freeloaders. Tell that to Mars, Mom. You try to swallow your frustration. Nothing good ever comes from arguing with your mom. Yeah, we're not going to argue with Mom. We love her too much. Oh, still in tutorial mode. Alright. That's everybody. We're sneaking out. I'm not quite brave enough yet, but I'm almost there. Come on. Game, what are you doing? There we go. 17. This might put me over. Brave, perception, dis. Let's go. We're sneaking out. Bitches can't hold us back. Yes, thank you. I'm aware. Ooh, mushroom log. You slipped through the drain pipe and out of the colony before anyone saw you. Anyone, that is, except a dark form watching you from the trees nearby. Could that be... Is that Dis? He turns and disappears into the jungle. Now you're sure of it. That was definitely Dis. He's not allowed outside the colony either. Well, we're gonna follow him. We're not stupid. And we're not gonna ignore him because we want to see what he's up to as well. Our mom wants us to have an education. Our dad understands that education comes in many more forms than going to a classroom. I love the quick turnaround on that. Just you can learn outside the classroom and then 3 months later go to school. I mean, she's saying go to school more often. Not you must go to school. But it sounds a lot like go to school because as a child, you don't necessarily understand that she just wants you to be more well-rounded. Mom, I love you, but you need to stop nagging me about classes because I'm trying to save your and Dad's lives because I am a reincarnating god, so go away. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, Trav. Your mom seemed like she cares more about class, but Dad rules. Mom's in charge, but Dad has a good point. Let's go find out what's going on. You scamper after him through the bush, heedless of the branches and brambles scraping at your arms and legs. Without a proper enviro suit, you'll get all scratched up. This kid is fast. You quickly lose sight of Dis and can't find his trail again, but you do learn something by trying. Heck yeah. Alright, we got a wood log. Which direction do we want to go? There's another mushwood log up here. What are the goodies this way? Can I see? Oh, that's back the way I came. You know what? I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go deeper out. Geoponics engineers have set up a work site here using the robo plow to tear up the ground and prep it for farming. You don't want them to see you. They'll send you home for sure. Time to sneak past them. We have a perception challenge. We're gonna do all ones to start us off. 8 is a good opener for 27 next round. Since this is already a 1, this does not hurt us. 14 is pretty good for round 2. Let's go. Super gold that shit. We're getting bonuses to flushes, which is why I'm prioritizing flushes over pairs or straights. We have a straight here if we want it, but this is super gold, so we win. I think it definitely shows, because Dad's event is help with animals and Mom is tell her what you learned. Yeah, it's very much that. You skulk under the trees at the edge of their operation. The loud grinding of the robo-plow hides any noise you might have made. Like, yeah. Log. It's log, it's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Look, everyone wants a log. Hop-eye event. You spot a group of small creatures playing in a field. They have 2 giant frog eyes and 2 regular ones, long forked tails and 1 strong foot for hopping. These must be hop eyes. You've heard people talk about them. They let you get pretty close to watch them chatter to each other and rub noses. They're all friends, just like people, but they hop away if you get too close. Alright. Animals challenge time. It's not an option, Trav, but thanks for asking. Well, I guess we're doing 2s right now. 11 is a huge start. This becomes a 2. I could save it for later to bump up something else, I suppose. Maybe I do this instead. It's fine. So watch this shit. Because this comes a 2, it sets everybody else to 2. Next round. Probably think I'm crazy, but I'm not. It's fine. I've super golded. It's fine. This is why we need animals. We want all the pets. We can't level up the pets until we get the first animals perk, but we're on our way. This will give us animal skill. And I super gold it for extra skill, so here we go. I am victorious. Look at me, more animals. And kudos. The hop eyes are wary at first, but you crouch down and copy their cute little squeaking noises. You bounce towards them, and amazingly, they don't hop away. You play with the hop eyes for a few minutes before moving on. Cute little guys. Heck yeah, they're cute. So cute. More flowers. More hop eyes. The hop eye is acting really strange. It won't let you pass. It keeps thumping its foot on the ground really loud. What is its deal? Let's get more animals, shall we? Alright. 0, 1, 2. For an 8. That works out for me. Yeah, that'll work. We're gonna have a very good score. Da-da-da. So yeah, this makes the low cards too. It's very nice. I win. Gotta catch them all, Pokemon. Up to 18 animals. Come on, let's go. Ooh, animals and perception. Let's go. You stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh, You can hear little squeaking noises from nearby. It's probably warning you away from its nest. You carefully avoid the nest while speaking in soothing tones. The agitated little guardian titters warnings at you, but eventually lets you by. Yeah, we're not trying to go for your brood. We just want to say hello. Okay. I have to talk to Dis. I wanted to anyway, but I have to. You spot Dis sitting in a clearing, but not before he sees you first. Instead of sneaking away as usual, he stays still as you approach. Like it's totally natural that he's sitting in the middle of the jungle so far away from the colony walls. Now that you think about it, you're a little glad to see him. You are so far away that you can't see the walls anymore, and it's really weird out here, and it's getting late. Dis stares unblinkingly at you as you approach. Hi, Rin, is all he says. Hi, Dis. He seems to be in a good mood, something you see very rarely. Do you see Utopia out there? Dis asks. Chief Surveyor Tonin is easy to sneak past, but Utopia has, like, X-ray vision eyes or something. She'll catch you for sure if you get too close. She caught me once and I got in big trouble. How about I show you something cool and sneaking out will be our secret, okay? He jumps up and walks a little ways into the trees. You follow. Just a few minutes away, the ground drops off and a large stone outcropping just juts out over the cliff face. Dis walks down right to the edge without slowing. It's a long way down. Come on, he says. No, we are braving this shit. No way are we leaving him out here by himself. All right, first words, discovering, and first steps. Let's go. Next round. Okay. Crawling, giggling, saving Tammy, and his secret should give us a good solid 12. Yes. A run of 2s and a run of 1s. I don't want this to become a 1, so... Howsomever, I can do this differently. Give me a second. But this... Okay, so we do this, we do this, we do this, and then we do this. That's an even higher supercle. Yeah. 4 of a kind. Let's go. I don't need to go up anymore. I've super gold it. No, I think the flat rock is in a different region, Trav, but thanks for asking. He doesn't talk about flat rock until he can go on survey missions, so you have to be in the ridges for the flat rock. Just FYI. Too early in the game for that. All right. You bravely step onto the rock and walk out to the edge with Dis. You both sit down, feet dangling over the precipice and looking out over at the amazing view. It's incredible. You snap a picture with your holopalm, but you won't share it on the net. This is your secret, yours and Dis. Ooh, that de-stressed us. Extra perception, gained a beautiful vista memory, and friendship with Dis. But we are going to keep exploring. There's much more to find. New perk, Who Dis? All collectibles glow now. I can see them from miles away. It's fantastic. They glow like the question marks. I love it. Hello. New animal, Who Dis? There in the clearing, the most majestic creature you've ever seen. It's like a unicorn from your dad's storybooks, but with leathery reptile skin that shines when the light hits it. It moves so softly like it doesn't even disturb the ground. It could be dangerous, but you want to see what it does. Oh yeah, We are gonna be as quiet as possible. Let us get this perception. First steps. First words. Discovering. Next round. Okay. 2, 1, 0, 0. All right. Nope, nope, nope. We've done it wrong again. Just a cool 27. No biggie. No biggie. We must pet it and tame it. I don't know if we can do that, but we're gonna try. Hell yeah. As you settle in to watch it from behind a strand of mush trees, the Unisaur looks up towards you, startled by your movement. You try to hold perfectly still and quiet your breathing. After a tense moment, it goes back to its business. First, it sniffs out a good tree and rubs the scent glands on its neck against it thoroughly. Then it pees, like a crystal waterfall, on a rock. Everything it does seems magical. You quietly take a picture with your hollow palm, but you know you can't share it or you'd get caught for sneaking out. Next, it sharpens its horn against a rock, which is scored with marks from having done this before. This must be its favorite sharpening rock. You notice the bulge in its stomach. It must have had a huge meal recently. Eventually, it curls up for a nap. You quietly sneak away. This was so wonderful. Vertumna is a magical place. Dude, I got de-stressed from that. That was awesome. As you come to a bend in the path, movement catches the corner of your eye. There's something up on the top of a nearby mushroom-capped tree. Can't quite tell what it is, but is that a person? Red builds are honestly so stacked. Someone is peering over the edge of the mushroom cap above you. You can't quite see their eyes, but you get the impression of long dark hair and an enormous mocking grin. I wouldn't go that way if I were you, they warn playfully. They have a deep musical accent you don't recognize. A stranger? That's impossible. You're the only people around for thousands of light years, and what the heck is he doing out here? You feel a chill go up your spine. Let's find another way. Okay. Can't go that way. Let's do this one instead. No. Let's go this way instead. The muck hides interesting bugs and other treasure, for those willing to put their hand down the right holes. Are you? Let's peek inside that hole. Looks dark. We're gonna look closer. You've stuck your hands down enough holes to know this one's probably safe. You can't hear anything rustling around in there. Heck yeah. Sweet. Literally, it's a hole full of sugar bugs. These palm-sized balls of squish exude a sweet syrup when you tickle them. You fill a bottle with it, then let them go again. Should be worth a few kudos to Antecedent in the kitchens. Heck yeah. We done did it. We done did it. Alright. Okay. I want to go this way. There isn't a cloud in the sky, but yet it started to rain. You can't tell where it's coming from or whether it's even water. Given how this planet is full of surprises, it's probably some animal migration or airborne tree sap. Who knows? You have a strong desire to not be out in it. We're gonna find something to use as an umbrella, because heck yeah. You've got a spare. Can't let Vase be the only one with a cool robo arm. Nah, we're not stupid. You break off a large leaf on a long stem and hold it over your head. It makes a pleasant kind of thrum as the drops splatter on it. Heck yeah. Umbrella time. Ah, shit. Uncle Tonin. I'm gonna go do something else. You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blob grass. Totally transparent. The sticky fronds are hard to see, but even harder to ignore, especially once they start glomming onto your boots and slowing you down. It's like trudging through thick mud. You stubbornly decide to keep going, paying close attention to the visible signs of this blob grass field. There aren't many, just an absence of other vegetation. Let's find a path. Okay. Not a great start, but I'm willing to deal with it. I'm gonna do some ones here and do this. I'm saving this for later. Yeah, so. This one also becomes a 2. And then we super goal that. Just easy peasy. No big dealy. I told you this card would be very powerful this early on. Paired with playing sports ball, we're getting trip 2s all the time. It's very nice. This is very nice, very nice. There it is. You can hop along from that rock to that fallen log, then climb over those old pieces of surveying equipment. You get through the villainous blobgrass. You spend a bunch of time on it, though, and it takes some tricky balancing. It's tiring. So much stress. Alright, well that will lead us back to the colony. I guess we kind of have to do Uncle Tonin. I mean, unless we want to do any of the others. Thank you for the hydrate, Plague Dr. Man, but I've actually run out of things to drink, so I will refund you. I will be hydrating immediately after stream, don't worry. Yeah, I think we'll go do other challenges, because I want, the pointages. You stop for lunch, eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouses. A watermelon. Nice and sweet, like a more solid Watato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. We're gonna practice spitting seeds. You take the challenge seriously, lining up targets and keeping score. Your aim improves. Heck yeah, let's go. Alright, we only have enough stress capability for like one more challenge. So we could do this one, or we could bypass it and go talk to the stranger on the hill. Which is what I'm gonna do. Hey, is that a person? No, you think he's gone now. You remember the warning, though. Are you sure you should go this way? Why not? You start to ask why, but he's disappeared again over the edge of the mushroom cap. You shout, but there's no answer. You can't even figure out a way to get up there. Can this guy fly? Or is that just a mirage? You think you might be seeing things. Are we gonna ignore his advice? Or are we gonna find another way? He did try to warn us. Alright, let's go. No. You've met everybody on the stratospheric. There must have been some kind of animal, one that looks like a person and sounds like a person. Maybe it's Dis playing tricks with his voice, or maybe you're seeing things. You round the bed and regret it immediately as something long and thin slaps into your face. Then another whack across your back, and as you spin to face your attacker, whap, whap, 2 slaps to your shin, sending reeling. Whatever is attacking, you can't see it. You fall to the ground and cover your head with your arms in defense. Nothing happens, just silence. When you look up, there's no attacker, but the plants all around you are flattened to the ground. They're long purple reeds with knobby bumps at their bases. As you watch, the reeds slowly start to bend back upright. You poke one experimentally, and it slaps back down to the ground, stinging your hand. Attacked by grass, how embarrassing. You decide to call it slapgrass. And then we're too worn out and we have to go home. We're back! We got some extra bravery and some perception and friendship with this. So our bravery is now 20, our perception is now 49, and our animals is 24. We even got a little bit of toughness and a little bit of combat. Hell yeah. It's time for Vertumnilia. Udicott and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udicott's speech. In Earth's history, Udicott begins, then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. So it's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna project chose to take on such an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnilia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. 49 for halfway through a year one ain't bad. We're on our way to something, you guys, but this is boring. We've heard it all before. You start to turn the speeches out after that. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to say something. When it's your mother's, Flulu's, turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you've come to appreciate, juicy potato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Udicott takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hal and Security Chief Rhett has organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. We have nothing for the science fair. We could go to the talent show, or we could go to bot wrestling. We could just watch, or we could say competitions are dumb. Yeah, it's too early for the pixie beans. I almost always do the Vertumnilia events, though. They give loyalty due to how great the cards are. Bot wrestling gives a great card. Bot wrestling it is. A bot wrestling contest. This has been a classic competition for years on the ship. Somebody has rigged up a hydraulic lifting bot to slowly stretch out, increasing in strength over time. The aim is to see how long you can hold it closed, using any part of your body before it pops open. Nem and Cal are competing with you. Cal doesn't like that it's a competition, but he does love bot wrestling. It's gonna be hard, but we are into it. All right. Let's get these zeros out of the way. This is a terrible opening, by the way. We have some things that we could do, though. So. No. Let us do a little bit of this to make it a better opening. Next round. All right. So, we can do a run of 2s. What we want to do... No. This here, this here, this here, this here. That is much better. was hoping to get Dis's secret. That's still a win. Now, I did use collectibles, because that's what they're for, but it was a hard challenge. We would not have made it this far without them. So, we win. I am victorious. An enemy's brother, Calm, is the judge and awards bonus points for technique as well as for brute strength. You sit on the hydraulic bot and use your weight at first, then switch to a bear hug when it starts to wobble and push you off the ground. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. You make it a full 5 minutes of increasing difficulty before it eventually springs from your grasp and scuttles into a corner, freed at last. You just barely edge out Nem. She offers you her hand, then pulls it back at the last second before running away cackling. So we got popular. We got friendship with Nem and Cal. And we got half stress. Just whoosh, gone. Nem is such a goober. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days' rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Early dust becomes mid-dust. We must decide what we are doing again. Nem is lying in the dirt, sweating and gasping for breath. It's so hot, she complains. How am I supposed to run in these conditions? That is a good question. Nope. We do not have the thing that we need to give her for friendship. Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter-long pole and stack it into place. She points toward them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now, it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability in writing in biology class. The books say that it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Maybe animals have neat adaptions. Tangent rolls her eyes. Maybe, but even if they do, I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just big, dumb xenofauna. Some animals here are smart and friendly. Tange looks skeptical. They're still animals, Rin. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice so you'll feed them. You're lucky that it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Dorb's moth look cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. It doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. Together you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for the scaffolding onto the floating screen of her holopalm and raises it to the scaffolding to check their progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, Tange says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology, she says. All of us are really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution, from great ape to galactic superspecies. Oh, Tange. Hold on. I only have one flower left. We'll keep it for now. Mom? Still in tutorial mode. Got it. Dad? Your dad is reading a book. An actual book. Dog-eared pages and everything. In the shade of the greenhouses, he blinks up at you when your shadow falls over the pages. Oh, hey, little gooseberry, he laughs. Do you need something? Your dad is working with the float cows. One of them is sick and isn't producing enough urine, as ballast. It keeps wanting to float away. Your dad is building a spike so he can tie her down until she feels better. You hold on to the leash, feeling like a little kid with a balloon. A big, woolly, gassy balloon. It looks down at you with placid, unblinking eyes. You can see yourself refracted in them. Weird. Neat. We love you, Dad. Your dad is watching your mom work with and you can practically see hearts in his eyes. Your mom is an incredible lady, he says dreamily. True love is hurtling yourself into space with someone and hoping for the best for your children. Ew, Dad, gross. You slip through the colony gates, feeling the breeze from the mushroom forest ruffle your hair. You look around for Dis, but he's nowhere to be seen. Maybe he went to class today? Probably not. As you're about to return to the colony, you hear what sounds like crying coming from one of the expedition vehicles. You pull back the tarp that keeps it from being blanketed with fungal spores and find Dis curled up in the cabin. He wipes his eyes and turns away. Go away, he mutters. Hey, are you okay? I'm fine. Just leave me alone. Oh shit, I don't have persuasion. Do you want to talk about it? Why don't you go ask my sister? He mumbles. Tanj is so mature. She knows everything. I'm just a sensitive little crybaby who doesn't know anything. Dis wraps his arms around his legs and hides his face in his knees. I hate her, he mutters. Everyone thinks she's so smart, but she's such a big meanie. I hate everyone here. I hate being here. I just want to be left alone. He rubs his nose on his sleeve. Except for you, I guess. Sometimes it feels like you're the only person who's ever tried to be my friend. I am the only person who's ever tried to be your friend. Hey, I dare you to eat this worm. Oh yeah? Well, I double dare you to eat the worm. You can't just turn down a double dare. You're no meek little hop eye. Slimy, unsatisfying, very, very gross. Dis eats his like a noodle, slurping it up and wrinkling his nose as it wriggles in his mouth. Yuck, he says, swallowing it whole, then shows you his empty mouth. You should have known better than to dare a person who fears nothing. We finally did it, guys. Oh, mushwood. Let's go. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded? Hey! They exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it to the ground. It's Cirrus, one of M's brothers. He glares at you. It was almost done. Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close. Cirrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not all fault, Cal says. They didn't know that we were playing a game. Give me a second. I want to teach Annie how to play. Because we're Annie all. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Sorry, Rin, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like Nem than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He scoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different games. Games other than sports ball. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. Cal looks at you hopefully. Do you want to learn how to play? Let me check my schedule. Yes, of course we do, Cal. Cal's smile looks like it's gonna stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first put on this blindfold. The blindfold is a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm gonna spin you around, and when I let go, you gotta listen to my instructions. We're gonna walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod, and you can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice, and he spins you around and counts to 10. 1, 2, 3. First, Cal says, you gotta walk forward 10 steps. You follow Cal's instructions as best as you can, or do you make things difficult for him? No, we're gonna do our best. We're friends with Cal. You take 10 steps straight forward, holding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches under your feet. Yeah, Cal says. Now turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. We're gonna get this right, you guys. You turn to the right and walk forward, counting 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. You take 2 more steps until your outstretched hands land on the warm metal of the door. Success! Awesome, Cal says. You can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right and then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? Oh, I don't have empathy. You open the door and start to walk forward. I mean, I do, but not enough. The path slopes downward and your feet slip a little bit. Even though you're moving as slowly as you can, real dirt is nothing like the metal floors of the stratospheric. It's turbo rocky here, Cal says, and you can feel the uneasiness prickle in the back of your arms. Just keep going forward slowly. Can we trust him? You try to do as you're told, but after a few steps, your foot knocks against a sprawling root and you fall forward, catching yourself on your hands and knees. Ouch! You tear off the blindfold, a sudden rush of tears flooding your eyes. Cal's beside you in an instant, kneeling on the ground. Are you okay? He asks. You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up and your pride is bruised, but other than that, you're okay. Cal helps you stand. I'm sorry, Rin. I'll be a better helper next time. He asks if you want to get some Watado juice at the cafeteria instead. Spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming more games where there are no winners or losers. Rex would love him. Cal looks up at the sky, shading his eyes. I wonder when it's gonna rain again, he says. The heat doesn't bother me none, but after a while, the plants are gonna get all toasty. Indeed, indeed. Nem! Ah, still getting yelled at for no running, except now she can run around. Tange. Tange sniffs the air. It stinks out here. Not just one stink either. Every day it's a new stink. Today it smells like that time the waste reclamation unit broke down. Yuck. You haven't noticed the smell. She sure is sensitive. Or maybe she just likes the stale air inside the ship better. Tammy! Tammy peers suspiciously at the sky, her big ears switching. The air is different here, she pouts. We've never lived somewhere where the air can be too dry or too wet or too hot or too cold. It's almost as if the planet is alive. She shudders. That's a scary thought. I got you a present. Ah! She squeals and dances. I love flowers, even weird alien ones, and yellow is my favorite color too. As if we couldn't tell. I know things about Tammy now. Ooh. Friendship 11. Tammy almost doesn't notice you approach. She's bent over her holopalm, intently taking notes, until you get close enough that her ears wiggle, and she looks up surprised. Oh, hello, Rin. She greets you cheerfully. I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. Rex loves almost everyone. Almost anyone. Yeah. Not Vase, but almost anyone. You ask her what she's studying, and she flushes pink and tugs on her ear. Oh, I'm not studying, she says. I'm making a list of my friend's favorite things. She laughs a little embarrassed, and well, you're my friend, Rin, so what's your favorite color? Blue, yellow, red, black, pink. I hate all colors equally, or more. Blue is... I think Mars's favorite color. Yellow is Tammy's. Red is Nem's. Black is Dis's. Pink... unsure. Dis might claim to hate all colors equally, but he wears a lot of black. And then we have more. Just say yours. Mine is purple, so red being a second favorite color. We have green, which is Cal's. Purple, which is Tangent's. Orange also could be Nem's. Rainbow, which is probably Nami's. The color of the monster behind you. Ah. Orange or blue is probably Rex's. I think orange is Rex. Pretty sure that Mars is blue. Pretty sure Mars is blue. Cal's is green. Tangent is purple. Dis is black, but he might say he hates all colors. Tammy's is yellow. She's already told us. Nami's is probably rainbow. Rex could be a number of things. She notes your answer, then asks what your favorite dessert is. Space cake, fresh fruit, soy sweets, spoonfuls of pure sugar. I don't like sweet things. Dessert, I prefer... Desert, I prefer the Sahara myself. Can dogs not see blue? Dogs are supposedly colorblind. Actually, we are any all, Broccoli. We're any all. Literally, I changed it to say any all, so it's canon. She, her, he, him, they, them, any all. Like, we are any all this run. Yep. A mug of sugar. His thing is dog ears, not completely dog-related stuff, so he can defo see color. Yeah, I wasn't worried about Rex's being colorblind at all. Let's see here. I'm gonna say space cake. Tammy bounces in place. Yay, space cake is my favorite too. Tammy carefully notes this as well. Okay, last question. What is your favorite toy? Stuffed animals, hoverboards, dolls, and action figures, my holopalm. Or toys are for immature children. Stuffed animals. Okay, now I know what to get you for your birthday. Let's ask her what her favorite things are. She presses her index together shyly. I like the color yellow and my dolls, and my favorite sweet is cake. Well, we know what to get her for her birthday. We get her cake. Alright, have I talked to everyone? I don't think I've said hi to Mars. Gotta say hi to Mars. Ah, she's bored. I'm bored. This is boring, Mars complains, stamping her foot. All the adults want to do is work, and they're not paying attention to me. Well, I don't have the pretty crystals you like. I'm sure you like the flowers, but I gave my flower to Tammy because it's Tammy. You do everything you can for Tammy because it's Tammy. However, this is where I'm going to wrap up stream. So we will figure out what skills we're chasing next time. We did a lot of physical skills. We might decide to go for some more persuasion. So that might be a thing to do. But let's get in a cheeky save, shall we? This is stream 12. Or actually, no, I think it's 13. Yeah, because the autosave is like stream 12. I never actually saved because we ended the game last time, so it's actually stream 13. So this has been, we're over halfway through the first year with take 2 Electric Boogaloo of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. So thank you guys for joining me on this wild adventure. We're going to do different things, but I'm May and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time, and if you would like to join me on my next adventures in Vertumna, please give me a follow and put on notifications either here on Twitch or over on Blue Sky so that you know when I will go live. Preferably both, honestly. I did put my first thoughts on our first run on Blue Sky over the weekend, so you can check out that and have your own thoughts and add to the conversation if you would like. Or you can always just, you know, respond to any of my "Hey, I'm live" messages at any point in time, or just at me. Like, it's all good. I would love to get to know my friends even better than I do over on Blue Sky, and I'm also bad at social media, so help. If you've missed any of our first runs, so you missed all of my crazy amateur voice acting, you can head over to YouTube, follow, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you want to know when the VODs go live. But this is the way I give back to my viewers, and also so that you have my company anytime, day or night, 24/7. When you're cooking, cleaning, working, trying to get some sleep, whatever, you can catch up or follow along or just have my company. This is how I give back to you guys. The VODs are in handy dandy playlists. Feel free to throw one on, and if they're out of order, do let me know. I will fix it, I promise. Last but not least, I do raid my friends, because we're all in this Twitch community together, and what's life without friends in a community situation? So let's go see what friends I have streaming, and if I don't have any friends streaming, we're gonna go find a new friend, because why not? Ooh, it looks like Psycho Phoenix, aka PP, is playing a Dollmare, which is a bit of a horror game. So we're gonna go from intense craziness to creepy dolls. If creepy dolls are not your thing, run. Otherwise, let's go raid my friends because, you know, I love them. And I hope that everyone has a fantastic rest of their Monday. So I will be streaming Exocolonist till Thursday. We always do Palia on Friday. Exclamation mark game for the Steam store for I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Exclamation mark Palia for that Steam store instead. But I will see you guys tomorrow. So until then, take care. And now we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.